introduce the mayor as our next speaker. Goes without saying, our mayor is our greatest advocate here for the senior center. Mayor Polisena.
Thank you very much. Before I begin, on behalf of myself, obviously, who represents the town, we also have some other officials here. We have our Senator Frank Lombardo here. I want to thank you for coming, Frank. Thank you so much. And we have our veteran, who is really very active with the veterans. He was the past commander of the AM vets, and he's done a great job for us as an elected official. And that's Councilman Amy Piticelli. I want to thank you for being here also. Thank you so much. There are not enough words to thank the men and women who have basically protected this country. There are not enough words. You are true, the young son heroes. When I tell you, a lot of, nowadays it's unfortunate the way society was going. I was talking to Lieutenant General Centracchio earlier. The way society is going is, the heroes aren't the basketball players, the professional football players, the rock stars. The heroes are the men and women, who defended this country. And the men and women who continue to defend our country. They're in harm's way right now. And we have to, in our prayers every day, we have to think about them. My dad was a Korean War veteran also. And he was very proud of his service. He wouldn't talk much about it. He went over right during the height of the Korean War. He really thought it was important that he served his country. He was over in 50 and 51. I wasn't around then, but he did receive some medals. We spoke about it towards the end of his years on this earth. We spoke about it. He didn't want to, he felt that he wasn't ashamed of it. He just said that, I said, Dad, you guys were heroes. He said, no, we were doing what we were supposed to be doing. So that was comforting to me. But as I said before, my concern, and I was mentioning it earlier to General Centracchio, is that we continue to celebrate Veterans Day. It's unfortunate that many of us here do not feel like others feel. We know the importance of what the veterans did. Our younger generation, and I try to instill this belief in my son, who, by the way, has my dad's medals. He keeps in his room. And he also has the flag that he was buried with, because my father had obviously a military funeral. And I try to tell my son the importance of what his grandfather did, as well as the other grandfathers and dads and moms. And as I said before, there are people that are not here today who gave the ultimate sacrifice. And we have to think about those people every day. So on behalf of all of the residents of the town, we want to thank the veterans for what they have done and what they continue to do. As I said, there are many people, as you know, they're in harm's way right now. America is the best country in the world. We complain and we moan and groan what goes on, but when you stop and think of the freedoms we have, probably if I was in another country, I wouldn't be able to stand up here speaking like this. Believe me when I tell you. Or if I did, there'd be two guards waiting for me to take me out. You'd probably never see me again. But that's what makes this a great country. It really, truly does. So when you're out there, for those of you who are not veterans that are here today, we thank you for celebrating. And you see a veteran, thank them. Really, I see a lot of the men and women in their uniforms who are serving in Iraq who come back, and I just go up to them, I don't even really out and just say thank you. They look at me and they say, oh, you're welcome, because they are truly our heroes. They are really keeping the freedom movement going, because it's important, because without them, just stop and think what would happen. Everyone, it's funny how other countries hate America, but they're all trying to come here. The citizens are trying to come here. I don't understand that, and I try to figure that out. This is the best country in the world, and it's the best country in the world because of you people that are here today, our veterans, the men and women who, as I said, really fought hard and really went out there with a belief that this is the best country it is. So once again, there are not enough words to thank you. I want to thank you so very much for being here, and we keep in mind, tell your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, we have to keep up the tradition. We have to make sure that we continue to celebrate Veterans Day in infinitum. I remember, and I'll be brief, when I was a state senator, when the general was obviously in charge of our troops here in Rhode Island, we had certain senators that wanted to get rid of VJ Day. You remember that. You know who exactly I'm talking about. And I used to fight with them all the time. And, there were two senators, and I said to them, ladies, you really don't know what you're doing. And they really, they thought, because it was offensive to other people, they wanted to get rid of the celebration of VJ Day, which I said is an insult to those men and women who lost their life. So far it hasn't passed. We still celebrate it, thank God. And we have to keep our fingers crossed. And the gentleman worked very hard, by the way, up there, to come to the State House and testify and tell them why they should not get rid of that day, because that's something we really need to celebrate and remind the people of not only our country, but of the world, of what the United States did. So once again, thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you.